Aloha, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Hawaii Carpenters Apprenticeship and Training Fund, it is our pleasure to welcome everyone in the blessing and the grand opening of their new training facility at the Kapolei Business Park. My name is Christine Camp, your MC, and I'm President and CEO of Avalon Group. It is our development company that has been a partner with the Hawaii Carpenters Apprenticeship and Training Fund in the development of this new facility. And this will be the center for training future generations of craftsmen and women to fill the demands of the building industry. This $16 million, 46,000 square feet building near Hawaii Carpenters Apprenticeship and Training Fund's existing center at Kapolei Business Park was established to bring leading-edge technology to the training program to increase the efficiency and quality of work being performed by unionized contractors. Construction began in May 2020, and despite COVID-19 disruptions, it was completed in just 14 months. And now, begin our ceremonies and sound the beginning of this new day in the lives of so many people.
Our dignitaries and our VIPs, and welcome everyone. We'd like to perform for you something that we always honor our great king, Kalakaua, as we do for you, Kahika.
Oi, e no kawika kai te o nā pua.
Eia no hawi ka eihe, ka hekea o nā pua eihe. Eia no hawi ka eihe, ka hekea o nā pua eihe. Ka wila maha ka hiki na eihe, mala mala maha wai eihe. Ka wila maha ka hiki na eihe, mala mala maha wai eihe. Kui e ka lono, mele ka te eihe, ho oro no ke kui e no hala ni eihe. Kui e ka lono, mele ka te eihe.
kawika.
Ino no kani kawika. Hoi, hoi e, hoi la, hoi e ka ohue I ka uale hua o kurumanu. Ona ona I ke ola la hua ke hu. Hua I ke aloha no hopono I ka hoi e. Ala, hai ala, hai ala e ai.
Ino no hia ki kupolio.
Ino no hi a ke kutoyo.
These very talented individuals from the Avalon School of Dance. Thank you. Warm. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to Kahu Cordell Kekoa. He was previously the chaplain of Kamehameha School's Kapalama campus for 17 years and now performs traditional Hawaiian blessings for occasions such as this. I have to say on the side note, he blessed majority of my projects over the last 30 years. So Kahu Cordell Kekoa will now offer the blessing and pule.
Aloha, wakea kako, aloha.
Aloha.
Okay, I feel better now. As Christine said, I'm Kahu Cordell Kekoa, and what we'd like to do today is to make sure that the Aina has welcomed this building. But as you heard in the hula, as you heard in the oli, this is like a canoe that is bringing together this whole state in making sure that what we do is pono, is maikai, and that means that we do things the right way. And so as we train our apprentices, as we get them ready to make sure that they do what is pono, what is right. And so today we blend together our culture of Hawaiine, but also the future thinking of construction and helping them to move forward. So this $60 million building, you guys, is just a piece of what we're doing. Today I'm going to use this good fresh rainwater, and in a few minutes we're going to go into the building and we're going to use this good fresh rainwater as we place it all throughout this training session and this training center. I'm also going to use 3 green tea leaves, and those of you that help me bring the tea leaf, I'm going to ask you to come forward at this time and bring that tea leaf to me. Now I'm going to use these 3 beautiful tea leaves, and Kumu also was carrying the tea leaf. You know, our Hawaiian people, we would use the tea plant as medicine. So in this process of bringing this building to life, but also the programs that will happen within it, we want to make sure that there's healing with our men and women who will be trained and learn how to do what's professional. So today I'm going to use one of these tea leaves to represent the healing that will happen. I also use one of these tea leaves to represent cooking. So there's nourishment in what we're about ready to do. Hawaiians also plant this in our yards to remind us that we're safe. Again, that's one of the very important facets of our apprenticeship and our training. So for those 3 reasons, I'm going to use these 3 green tea leaves. I'm also going to use my Bible written in Hawaiian and in English, just so that you know. We don't have any heebie-jeebies in us to make sure that we do pono for this project. But you guys, we're going to ask Keakua to do the blessing as we're about ready to do the blessing for this space. I'm also going to use a little bit of Hawaiian salt. That Hawaiian salt actually came from the island of Kauai. And I'm going to use that Hawaiian salt again to preserve all the good, the lessons that we teach our men and women. The forecasting that they do, the visioning that they do, all the things that they look for. What we do here today is not to just bless the past, but a very important part is to bless our future and all the good things that we do in Hawaiine. So I'm going to use all of these elements of our Hawaiian culture. And the last thing I'm going to use is this beautiful mailele that's draped across the front doorway. Traditionally in Hawaii, if this was our house, there would be pili grass all around. When we're ready to do our blessing of our hale, we would chop that pili grass, it would fall to the ground, and we would be standing at our front doorway. So traditionally in Hawaii, I love to always do our blessings right at the front doorway, which you see, that's where our beautiful mailele is graced today. That beautiful mailele is made up of 3 strands. And so we're going to have those 3 strands represent all the goodness of today. I'm going to start with a simple pulea prayer. I'm going to also do an oli from the Baibala Hemolele. And then we'll actually untie the lei and do a blessing. And that's where you guys will join me in this blessing today. I'm going to start with that simple pule, that prayer. E pule kako. E koma kula ni piha me ki aloha. Mahalu ya oi no ko launa pona mai mei mako i ki ala o i ko mako haku. A me ko mako ola. Kia ho mai aku ne mā ko ia oi kia kua I o kalani. E launa pona mai me mā ko. I noho ko mā ko noho puana. Kia kua, today we're going to bring together this beautiful place. Kia kua, our Hawaii Carpenters Apprenticeship and Training Fund. Kia kua, for all the acres that this building stands upon, we ask Aloha Spirit to go down 25 feet below the lowest piece of the foundation. Cleanse, make pono, all the land. As Kamehameha III said, Ua mau ke e o kaini ka pono. Kia kua, we want to make sure that this place is pono here in Kapolei, in this wonderful, wonderful aina. Kia kua, every lesson that is taught within the walls of this building, may each one of these men and women take the lessons that they learn and go apply it as they do construction throughout our island home. And in fact, wherever they go throughout the world, we ask your Aloha Spirit to be pono now and forevermore. We pule this blessing with much aloha. Amene no kia kua pau. Amene, amene, amene. E oli oli o hoko ya Yehova e na aina apa. E malama ya Yehova me ka hauoli, me ka oli ana. E komo ko I loko o kona ipuka me ka mililani. A I loko hoi o kona kahua me ka halelu. E mililani aku iai. A e ho mai ka I aku hoi I kona inoa no ka mea. Ua mai ka I o Yehova. Ua maoloa kona loko mai ka I. A me kona oia I o hoi hanau na a pau. Aloha e. Aloha e, aloha e. So what we're going to do is, your handprint is all over this building. Yep, your dreams, your hopes, your desires, what you guys want to have happen next. I'm going to give you a little bit of this rainwater. What I'd love you to do is put your fingerprint any place in this room that you'd like to. Yeah, because this is kind of our entryway. So wherever you go, and again, I ask you to think about 3 people you've mentored. Would you think about the person that loved on you and mentored you? And you just hold your fingerprint there. I'll encourage you, the water's going to dry, but your fingerprint will always be on this building. You guys, even when we're gone, our fingerprint is still.
We'll now be hearing from several of the principals who provided the leadership and direction of the apprenticeship program and who have contributed to the latest remarkable accomplishment. Our first speaker is Mr. Edmund Axion, Executive Director of Hawaii Carpenters Apprenticeship and Training Fund. His team coordinates the training of carpentry and drywall apprentices throughout the Hawaiian Islands and champion the development of this facility.
Thank you, Christine, for the introduction, and thank you for being our MC for this event. Aloha and good morning. Still morning. On behalf of the Hawaii Carpenters Apprenticeship and Training Fund, welcome to the latest addition to our program. Our fund is a partnership of the Hawaii Regional Council of Carpenters, General Contractors Association, Labor Association of Hawaii, Building Industry Labor Association, Wall and Ceiling Industry Association of Hawaii, and other building contractors, all signatories to the Hawaii Carpenters Union Collective Bargaining Agreement. We are also supported by the Hawaii Department of Labor and Industrial Relations and University of Hawaii Community Colleges. It is because of these organizations and the individuals who lead them that we can point with pride to the success of our apprentices. Permit me to call attention to the leadership and commitment of several among them. First are the trustees of the Hawaii Carpenters Apprenticeship and Training Fund, representing both labor and management, who provide leadership and direction for our program. Next are the contractors, who offer on-the-job training opportunities for our apprentices, as well as the direct industry input necessary for us to improve and expand our curriculum. Then we have the Workforce Development Division of the Department of Labor and Industrial Relations, which provides oversight of not only our program, but all similar apprenticeship programs statewide, and which approved our decision to proceed with this expansion project. Carpentry and drywall work is no longer a matter of showing up to a job site with a hammer and saw. Today's tradespeople must have the variety of knowledge that goes far beyond what was needed only 10 or 20 years ago. We've seen the introduction of digital devices like notepads, smartphones for communication, and a substitute for paper plans and building instructions. There are endless advancements in synthetic materials, high-tech tools, and innovative construction methods, not to mention evolution in safety and health regulations, building codes, and other standards that govern the industry and worker well-being. And of course, the training does not end with attainment of journey worker status. That's why we also offer what we call upgrade classes to help keep workers at the very top of their professions. Here on these grounds, we provide what you call continuing education courses on working in confined space, aerial lifts, fall protection, first aid and CPR, forklift certifications, OSHA, scaffolding use, silica awareness, solar installations, and computer and AutoCAD use, to name just a few. Not only will this facility enable us to expand the number of apprentices we can train every year, but it will allow us to continually strengthen the skills of our established union members with the knowledge they need to function in our current construction environment. It will also give us an opportunity to introduce a new training program for millwrights. Millwrights install, maintain, and repair compressors, pumps, conveyors, turbines, monorails, and other complex equipment in such industries as automotive, aerospace, energy, food processing, and pharmaceuticals. The United Brotherhood of Carpenters operate 200 millwright training facilities around the nation and Canada, employing 4,500 full and part-time instructors. And now, Hawaii will have its own center. The success of our building industry and the progress and prosperity of Hawaii are founded in larger part on a trained workforce. And thanks to everyone here today, representing labor, contractors, government, and education, we can look forward to continuing our role in developing the outstanding tradesmen and women who will fill the ranks of industry for many years to come. Mahalo, and enjoy the rest of the program.
Thank you, Edmund. Our next speaker is Ron Taketa, co-chair of the HCATF Board of Trustees and the Executive Secretary Treasurer of the Hawaii Regional Council of Carpenters.
Aloha, everyone. On behalf of the 6,000 members of the Hawaii Regional Council of Carpenters and our union statewide staff, welcome to the grand opening of the Hawaii Carpenters' new training facility here in the Kapolei Industrial Park. This state-of-the-art facility is the latest step forward by the Hawaii Carpenters and our signatory contractors to provide the most advanced and progressive instruction in modern-day carpentry and drywall available anywhere in the nation. Most of you are aware of our first training center, which was dedicated in 2009, just 2 doors up the street from here. At that time and even today, it is recognized as one of the outstanding union training facilities anywhere in the country. And this new addition only adds to the tremendous opportunity our local apprentices and journey workers have to build a better future for you, your families, and this special place we call Hawaiʻi. I mention Hawaii not just because it's our home, but because this union now has jurisdiction over many facets of alternative energy, eco-friendly installations that future generations will depend on. We've been involved with numerous wind and solar farms, either already built or in the works, which has driven up demand for experienced millwrights and journey workers qualified to use non-traditional equipment and work methods required to assemble or install these cutting-edge mechanisms. Based on our union's past experience with emerging construction technologies, this new facility is designed to provide an additional acre of under-the-roof shop space and classrooms in anticipation of even more growth for our union members in evolving construction fields. Our first facility was the state's most comprehensive construction training center ever built. The addition of this second facility is a testament to the partnership between our union and our contractors to continually develop trade workers who have superior skill combined with enhanced productivity and safety on the job site. Finally, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of the Training Fund trustees, Edmund Axon and his apprenticeship staff, Christine Camp and her executive team, and RSI and their subcontractors for the imagination, foresight, and diligence that was put into every phase of this training facility's design and construction. It's truly an honor to be here with you all at the completion, or should I say the beginning, of this very special facility.
Thank you, Ron. Now, please join me in welcoming Conrad Murashige, the other co-chair of the HCATF Board of Trustees and chairman of the board of Inouye Construction.
Aloha and good morning. I need to thank Edmund and his staff for guiding this project from the initial concept, arranging to partner with Christine Camp and her group, and the support of our Training Trust Fund trustees to get us to this finish line. Also, many thanks to Ralph Inouye Construction for delivering on time and within our budget. The new training center will support the ongoing needs of our contractors for skilled apprentices and journeymen and expand qualifications for the new millwright specialty craft. As Hawaii's construction industry has been able to work through the pandemic, we're most grateful that the training center has provide continued innovative classes that keep our workforce safe and well trained. Our member contractors are grateful for the training and quality of skills the apprentices gain from the training center to ensure our job sites are safe for our workers and our end users. We look forward to seeing the first classes and groups come through the new facility and complete their training and enter the workforce. Aloha and keep learning.
Ralph S. Inouye was the general contractor for this project, and we couldn't have reached this point if not for their hard work and many contributions. Here to say a few words on behalf of the company is Lance Inouye, President and CEO.
First, I just want to express my gratitude to all the people involved in this project. Ralph S. Inouye Company is incredibly honored to have been part of this project for the Carpenters Union, and we really appreciate the faith that everybody had in us. You know, and I want to point out especially Edmund Axon and Christine Camp for having the faith in us to do this project. But more importantly, I want to congratulate and commend the Carpenters Union, and I want to call out the head of that union, Juan Takeda. My dad started our company almost 60 years ago, and here's where I might get into trouble because I don't remember too many things that long ago. But I believe when he first started, he right away signed up with the Carpenters Union, and for all those years we have been members of the Carpenters Union, and incredibly proud. Every employee that we've held on to from the Carpenters Union has been just first rate. We consider them as part of family, and I want to commend the union because they put a lot of effort and into training the people who go into workforce. And that is what makes union construction, gives the union constructors an advantage. So it's not only for the union workers, but for the contractors, of which we are proud members. So I want to commend Ron Takeda. I don't know if he realizes how he is revered by my dad and myself. I don't think I expressed it enough, because from day one he had a vision that in order to advance union construction in union work and construction, training is the key. And he's surrounded himself with really good people, not the least of which is Edmund Axon, who heads this program. I'm just impressed at the way it's being run. So anyway, congratulations to the Carpenters Union, and I hope you enjoy this facility, and thank you for having us.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our program for today. But before we leave you, please enjoy some photos and some of the other footage of their new facility. On behalf of the Hawaii Carpenters Apprenticeship and Training Fund, thank you for joining us for this very special day. A special mahalo to all of our speakers and for all of you for tuning in to help us celebrating this blessing and grand opening of the Hawaii Carpenters Apprenticeship and Training Fund's newest facility. Aloha.